It was the clearest signal yet from the world's wealthiest group of countries that they are in this for the long haul, a position the president of the world's richest country has repeatedly conveyed as part of the West's collective support of Kyiv.
They've been bolstered from day one by an unstinting supply of weapons, ammunition, armor, intelligence from the nations of the free world, led by us, the United States. As Russia continues to grind out the military advances and the brutalities against Ukraine, Putin is banking on us losing interest. That's been my view. You heard me say this from the beginning. He was counting on NATO, European Union, our allies in Asia, cracking, moving away. He's betting on Western unity will crack. He's still betting on that. And once again, we're going to prove him wrong.
The G7 pledged to continue imposing severe and immediate economic costs on Russia, to phase out dependency on Russian energy, including a ban on oil imports, to continue taking key actions against Russian banks and elites who support the war, and to fight what it termed Russian propaganda as it relates to the war.
Ich kann Ihnen heute noch nicht sagen.
I cannot tell you today when and in what way Russia's cruel war against Ukraine will end. What is clear, however, is that there will be no Russian-dictated peace. Ukrainians will not accept this, and neither will we. Rarely have we stood as united with our friends and partners as we do today. I am deeply convinced that Putin will not win this war. Ukraine will persist. Freedom and security will triumph, just as freedom and security triumphed over a lack of freedom, violence, and dictatorship 77 years ago.
In his remarks to the G7, Ukraine's president referred to the 60 people killed when a Russian bomb allegedly hit a school in Bilohorivka in the country's east, a strike that appalled the UN Secretary-General, as Zelenskyy laid out the financial costs of the war.
As long as the war continues, we need between 5 and 7 billion a month in support. When the war is over, more than 600 billion will be needed to rebuild that which was destroyed by Russia. This is a lot for our state. Ukraine cannot do this, except with your support. This is not just a financial cost for you. Financial assistance to Ukraine and assistance with post-war reconstruction is the prevention of much greater losses to the free world in the future.
In a further show of solidarity, both Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau and US First Lady Dr. Jill Biden made visits at the weekend to Ukraine. In a fact sheet put out by the White House, it said President Putin had failed in his initial military objective to dominate Ukraine, announcing additional sanctions targeting 3 of Russia's most highly viewed state-controlled TV stations, banning US accounting and consulting firms from providing services to any Russian, while targeting the country's industrial sector by imposing restrictions on Moscow's access to wood products, industrial engines, boilers and bulldozers, among others, as the G7 announces emphatically that it remains united in its resolve that President Putin must not win what they refer to as his war in Ukraine. Sherwin Bryce-Pease, SABC News, New York.